right, episode 20, Beisel Bros. Football's coming to a halt. Are you depressed?
Yeah.
Very.
How depressed?
Like a 10.
Very.
Oh,
Well, my endless stream of income is gone.
my endless stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. Because you look at other sports to bet on, and, you know, I think the biggest
The
advantage is
edges
still in
aren't there.
football. Yeah.
There's some in some sports for sure.
Well, what would be your second pick?
Oh.
Golf or
yeah,
what?
golf.
Yeah,
for sure,
I think golf too. Anytime you get a one-on-one or
because they don't change lines for weather or anything like that. So yeah, that's.
Do you think that's one of your favorite bets? Is betting live golf when the wind was 50 kilometers an hour, and then all of a sudden it's 5 and the birdies have stayed the same.
Yeah.
The strokes stayed the same.
Yeah, that is the advantage, right? And you get to see how the course plays, right? That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. Every year the PGA changes everything up, right? It doesn't always play as easy as the last year. They change the pins all the time. That's another thing. Pin locations. They're massive.
Definitely. Yeah.
There's ways to win at golf, but yeah, no, I'm very depressed about football, man. Need CFL to come back.
Yeah, or the XFL.
Yeah, I don't think they have that, do they?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into that.
I actually don't. I
No,
don't think so.
I don't think they have it. Yeah. I remember I was trying to handicap it at BP's like 3 years ago, but didn't get really that into it.
So it's the UFL. And
You're
if I'm
right.
not mistaken, it is a combination of the Rocks XFL and the USFL that decided to try and go at the same time against each other like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Right.
And as you can tell, that was not a smart idea. And they decided to come together and make one. But even that is not CFL.
Well, going forward on the show, I think we'll try and find you guys some winners, and hockey, basketball, golf, whatever, curling, or whatever the fuck you guys want to gamble on. We'll give you the best possible option.
Yeah, I don't bet on the USFL and XFL is because I couldn't find on TV. So I just
They'll have like one game on a Saturday or something like that. It's not the greatest, but I mean, it's something to do with on a Saturday.
The thing
before
is,
baseball
though,
starts.
like you would be able to like recognize some of the college players.
Oh, yeah,
because
for
you're
sure.
so in tune with that, right? So you might be
I
able to
remember
handicap
Hakeem
it.
Butler was the best player in the league, and he was like unreal to Iowa. So I don't know how he didn't make the NFL, but actually he played for the Eagles, I think.
Yeah.
But I love that guy, man. He was like Megatron, except he sucked, but like he was so good, right? No, honestly, I didn't recognize a lot of the players.
Like,
Yeah,
he was like Dorial Green Beckham. Like he was like a giant.
he's
but he just
almost like a
couldn't play.
tight end playing receiver, but he was fast. Like you always have those guys you really like, and you wonder why they don't pan out.
I don't know why Green Beckham didn't pan
Because
out.
he's a crackhead.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
That's a problem.
I mean, like he was like Randy Moss coming into college.
Yeah.
Remember, like when he played for Missouri. Fuck.
I know, man. I was pretty high.
Well,
on
we'll
him.
try to get Tate Martell on the show because
I think that's going to be
guy.
a really big goal. I add him on LinkedIn, so we'll see what he says.
Yeah, I went on his Instagram and he's like him and Bubba, whatever the fuck his last name was, that guy from Miami, the safety.
Oh, they're still in.
No,
cahoots?
they started like a club together, and
Oh,
then there's no posts after. It's like, this guy's just lost. He might as well just come on the show, man. He might as well
I hope
come
he
spit
comes.
his.
Yeah, because for my own gratification, I need to hear it out of his mouth.
Because I watched this guy made a video about him, and he, like, this guy that isn't on the inside just kind of made his own like take on what happened to him. I want to hear it
for
from him.
reference, this guy's considered the greatest the greatest high school quarterback of all time, and he played like 10 snaps in college and none in the NFL. So
Yeah, it's
Don't
one
the
of the
fuck
weirdest
happen.
things ever, man.
Yeah. Okay, let's recap some of the action. Obviously, you had another great weekend.
Yeah.
EPH had a good weekend, so that's always nice.
2-0.
Yeah. What's your biggest takeaway? I mean, we could kind of touch on both games. It's like when I watched Melted Ice the other day with my girlfriend, right? That gay hockey show, Melted Ice, or whatever the fuck
Right,
it's
yeah.
called. I heard it from about 10 different friends groups, walks of life, ages, like grandmas, teens, children, men, straight guys, gay guys. Everybody said this is simply the greatest piece of television ever created. It wasn't bad. you could just skip the sex scenes. That's the worst part, but the story's kind of nice, you know. It melted ice in the Super Bowl remind me of each other. I've talked to about 15 different men, teen, grandmas, grandpas, Asians, whites, purple, green, yellow, whatever color you are. They said Seattle should be about minus 37.5.
Yeah.
The average final score I've heard from my friends, family experts, grandmas, teens, whoever is, they said about 49-3 is the final. I think the scores be reversed. I think New England completely blows these fucking idiots out. And this is the reason. They have the best defense. Their quarterback's the MVP, and they have the best offense in the NFL. I don't know what people think. This is not trying to me get it going a viral take. I seriously don't get the spread. If New England doesn't cover, because I'm not taking them to win, of course, it's stupid. If they don't cover, I'll be in complete fucking utter shock.
Really?
Yeah, I want your fucking thought.
Well, you're the only guy I know that's like convinced on New England.
Yeah.
You know, like what? So, like a lot of the picks we've had, like any of the big picks we've had on the show, like the Bears to beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What I do is I see if the game's rigged first. So we don't know if it's rigged yet. It should be, right?
Oh, it'll be, yeah. Well, the coin toss is the most rigged, I think.
Yeah, we'll talk.
The public has lost like so much money in the coin toss because they just use the heavy coin. Like, you know, when Patrick Ewing went to the Knicks, the frozen card, just like Daryl Cates bought McDavid, it's the same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so and continue, sir.
So what I do is like I have a lot of casual buddies I talk to about football, and none of them watch the show. So I'm like, when I insult them, it's not that big of a deal. I'll ask people like, hey, like, because people always ask you what's the picks or whatever, right? So, and I always ask them, so they give their pick. And you know, Denver was almost as good of a pick this week as Chicago was.
Totally. We wanted to make it a monster.
Every single person I talked to said, hey, Randy, like, how come the spread isn't New England minus 25.5 against Denver? I was like, are you like fucking retarded? So it really strengthened it, right? Yeah. So I always interview all my dumbest friends to see what they're taking. And if they... Anyway, so they all said they have New England minus 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, right? All that shit. I was like, okay, fuck, that's strengthened it. Then I looked and it was rigged as absolute fuck. I was like, this is like 5-star, man. So I wish we could have got that out more, but with the Seattle, it's not the same as the New England one for me. Like, I don't know why you're jerking off so much.
Their quarterback is the MVP.
No, I get it.
They average 29 points a game, and all around they have the best defense and the best coach. Like, why the fuck is Seattle the favorite? The jerk off level to these guys, it needs to be measured.
No,
man.
these
guys suck nuts. New England, they'll win by 70-21. I'm going to take an alternate spread. So what I'm going to do is minus 8.5, minus 11.5, minus 40. I'm going to do a ladder.
You're not starting on Super Bowl bets already, are you?
I would lock in 4.5 for sure.
Yeah.
Because that number is ludicrous to me. You're getting the better team, the better coach, the better D, and the better quarterback, and I'm getting.
Okay, well, let's let Rick chime in because he's one of 7 billion people on Seattle minus 4.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your take. Yeah.
Well, for me, it's just I don't see how the Patriots are going to score, and I don't see how they're going to be able to keep the Seahawks from scoring.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks easily get over 21. And I don't see how the Patriots get to 17. Okay. And that's on the very low end of Seattle scoring and the very high end of New England scoring.
Would you take Seattle minus 9.5 in this game?
I was talking to a friend last night, and we may do a little bit of a ladder with Seattle and go 5, 7, 9, 11 type of a thing.
Yeah.
I would probably back out before the 2 touchdown spread.
Yeah.
But I may sprinkle in there. But yeah, I mean, you guys are always very much on let's wait, right? Yeah. So I think we do need to wait another week and kind of see how things even out and stuff. But if we go back to that Pats Broncos game, that 4th down was the game. No,
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Like they should have gone for 3 there. You've got your backup quarterback in. You know it's in a high pressure situation. It's 4th and a long one. You've got a defense who's very good at what they do. You take the points there and you give it a little bit of a.
You're talking 10-0. Like,
yes.
yeah,
oh yeah,
100%,
man.
Crazy.
I mean, I believe that was the game.
Oh, it's terrible.
That was
coaching.
the game right there.
Horrible coaching.
You've got an offense. You're playing against an offense that. They're not going to put up a lot of points on you. You've got a very good defense. They're not that good.
Yeah.
I do believe that was the game right there. Though.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Rick. Like going up 10-0 when the sledding is that tough.
Yeah.
Obviously, wind. You guys know how much we love the windy under. Here's windy as fuck in the second half. Snowy was shit out. So like points are at a premium. A touchdown would be. Like it's worth 20 points,
Yeah, and I mean, with Bo Nix, you definitely go for 4th down there. But when you have a backup quarterback in who's never taken a snap that season, hasn't played for a while, make it as easy as possible for him. Don't put him in that situation. Take the points. Put it on your defense. They're the starters. They're the ones who have been playing all year. Rely on them. Don't do that to your quarterback. They just put him in a terrible position.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
And it's weird because Luke Wilson was talking on TSN about the analytics of these guys just going for it over and over and over again, right? Because nobody kicks field goals anymore. Well, they do, but like on
the analytics have to tell you like don't do this with a backup.
It's game management. Well, it's a playoff game where the total is like 39 points. So if you're up 10-0 and the total's supposed to be 40. Like these guys got to score 2 straight touchdowns.
I understand why if it's Texas Tech versus like Oklahoma and the total 73.5. Yeah, you don't kick there because you need to score constant touchdowns. But when like you guys said, like when the game's going to be 17-13 something like that, you got to take points when they're there, right?
And they knew the snow was coming.
I know they knew the storm was coming. It's just
eliminate that negative stuff. Man. He got ahead of himself. He got in over his head, or not in over his head. He's been doing it a long time. I think he just got ahead of himself.
I know the analytics always say go and 4th and 1 on the 20 makes sense. But when you have to coach the game in your own head, like he needs to know like 10 might win this game,
literally.
Not like, oh, it's going to be 31-34. I'm just going to go because we need to keep scoring touchdowns to keep up with them.
Literally 10-7 was the score.
Yeah. Exactly.
That makes it 10-10.
Yeah, it's just
now it's a kickoff in overtime or something like
thing
that.
Too, because these guys are now going 5 wide and they're doing other shit. I don't know if like would have affected how many points New England scored, but like it puts a lot of pressure on to like start to score points, right? Because they ran and controlled the clock a lot. They had they got lucky with that turnover. Yeah. I thought it could have went either way. Could have been an incompletion. Or
I
thought it was close, man.
I thought it was going forward and it went backwards because he got hit in the hand.
Yeah.
And if you watch the ball for the first, and this is going to sound stupid, first 1/8 of it moving, it's going forward. Then it starts to go backwards. And that's because of the hand push.
Yeah.
And it was such a quick decision. I was blown away. Yeah. I really, really thought that was going to be a forward pass.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was kind of well, look, man, Denver got the ball in the 40. Like the New England was punting. They'd punt it back. They'd punt back. No one was gaining a fucking inch. Mm-hmm. So they got into range. The guy missed. It was, of course, windy, shitty, snowy out. The fucking guy missed. But, yeah, it's a tight game, man. I agree with you. Sean Payton admitted he fucked up.
Yeah.
And it is what it is now.
So, yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do at that point, right?
And now New England's going to blow Seattle out. It's crazy how things work.
Yeah, definitely see that part coming.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because usually when you ask like other people in your circles who they like, it's usually a consensus with what we find with the betting totals and the way the money moves. So, yeah, I mean, everybody right now is on Seattle. We'll just, like, as we do, wait.
We'll wait. My initial thought, though, I just you have the MVP at quarterback. Whether is he the actual MVP of the league, I don't know. He's a new player. He's obviously a good player, but who would you rather have on a neutral ground, Darnold or May? It's not even fucking close for me. So I'll take May. I think their defense is better. I think their coach is better, and you're getting 4.5 points. Why the fuck would I not do that?
So one of the funny stats about what New England had to go through this year, because everyone's like, oh, there was a very weak schedule. And then you go through the Texans and you get an injured quarterback. I believe it was the Patriots had 11 games or 11 wins off teams that changed their coach.
Wow,
That's crazy.
That's interesting stat.
Yeah. Right. So it's kind of like I mean, you can't get down on a team for taking advantage of what's put in front of them.
Yeah.
But they did take advantage, and that's exactly what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. They didn't do anything. Yeah, it's just I don't see how the Seahawks let them score any.
Yeah.
Like 10, 14, 17 touchdowns, man. Touchdowns they got to score.
Well, both your guys' conviction just gets me so excited now. So.
Yeah, of course. And that's like the beauty of this shit, right? Because we are kind of watching wrestling in a way, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. I'm more excited for this Super Bowl than a usual.
I think the less the spread changes, the more I'm gonna be in favor of New England. If it goes to like 5.5 or 6, then I'll probably be more like as great. Like this is why this shit's so fucking stupid, right? If the spread goes to 4 or 3.5 for New England, I already know they're going to win or cover for sure.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about the afternoon game then? I mean, that one was exciting. No?
The Rams game?
Yeah, it was great.
Rams, yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah. So this is something weird I picked up on. So about 75% of the money was on the over in the Denver game, and about 70-ish% of the money was on the under in the Rams game. It's very odd. Like, I don't know what the public was thinking. Like, I know I looked at the weather before the Denver game, and they didn't know when that shit was going to come in. It could have came in the first quarter, second quarter.
Or not at all, right?
Like, no, it was coming. I don't know what the fuck people are doing. I don't know why people are pounding the over in Denver. Maybe because it was 34-31 or whatever it was in the 33-30 or in the Buffalo game. So people thought, this, even though Stidham was playing.
But I know why you think about the under in a higher offensive game like the Rams and Seahawks, because you just look, both teams look at the other side and go, that is a very good offense. Keep the ball out of their hands. How do you keep the ball out of their hands? You run the ball, you run the clock, and therefore that's kind of see where these two teams that are high offense tend to go under, because they look at the other side and go, we cannot let them touch the ball. They are very good. Therefore, we run the ball, we run the ball, we run the clock, we run the clock.
Yeah, so like the over in Denver was 42.5, and the over under in Seattle was 45.5. It wasn't a big discrepancy.
Yeah.
And like, we had a bunch of buddies over for the first game, and everybody's like, what's the total in this game? Like 32.5. Like that was like the fucking consensus in the room. Everybody's like, no, it was like this, right? It was 42 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then the Rams game was a shootout. It was really weird. I've never seen such.
You would have thought like
the stupidity was pretty crazy on this weekend, man. So. But yeah, no, we were happy about we had Seattle and EPH. All of our professors all agreed on Seattle. So
they had what? Seattle
minus 2.5, and we had the over because it was rigged to the under. That was an easy fucking pick. So.
And you took an alternative total too, right? Like 30.
We had 42.5 and plus 1.5. But I mean, you would have won any direction. If you would have just taken Seattle
and
2.5,
the original total.
Yeah. So no, it was obviously an exciting game. I think a lot of people thought that was the real Super Bowl. Like, I mean, more disrespect to New England.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I heard many people talking about the morning game being the being the Super Bowl was actually the afternoon game,
So
I don't know, man. Again, this is why we get bricked up for this shit, and that's what makes it fun for us.
You know what I was, you know what I thought the Rams were gonna win when Tyreek Woolen took that like phantom penalty, man. I thought that was the game right there.
Old man, did he get?
Because they would have punted, it would have been 31-20 with like whatever 10 minutes left. The game was over, and then as soon as he takes something, he gets torched by Nakua, and it's a fucking 4-point game. I was like in okay. So what did you guys like? I know now because nothing happened. Like it's like the butterfly effect. If it doesn't have you remember when Rasmus Anderson scored from half on Mike Smith, but we end up winning, so no one gave a fuck. Whereas that play would have been legendary if Calgary would have won the series, right? Yes. You'd always talk about that.
It would have been like Steve Smith.
So I want to talk about how horrific that call is. I don't care if Tyreek Woolen's calling their bench like every word in the book. You don't throw that flag. That is I was like enraged at that, and everybody was blaming him on the side. It's like it's the playoffs. Like he can do the suck it fucking emotion.
But it's because he stayed there and kept going. If he just did the initial one and moved on,
you know what, Rick?
It's funny because I do Elks Nation, and we had Eddie Steele on, and Eddie Steele was ripping this guy, saying, you know what, it's a terrible move. It's a selfish play. Like, you want to yap, get to your side. This is about winning. It's not about you.
Yeah. I agree with him on that. Like, he is an idiot, but I also just always want to fight the refs. So I just want to call them out. Like, I was like, look, is the guy stupid? Of course. Like, get the fuck on your sideline, asshole. But at the same time, it's like, you're going to change the entire game because this guy's hyped up. I get it. If it was like a regular season game, I would have thrown it on because he's a fucking idiot, needs to be taught a lesson. But in the conference championship, when you've completely changed the game, I just disagreed with it.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then they went right after him the next play, and that was a catch and a half, man. Like, that was a hell of a play to score that touchdown.
Yeah, and then on the sideline, all his teammates were trying to fight him. I was like, man, this is gonna go sideways. And then they somehow got that stop on 4th and goal, right?
Yeah.
So I was surprised the Rams didn't run on 3rd and goal. If you're going to go.
Yeah, it's weird coaching.
I would have ran a draw, but I mean, that's hindsight. So
yeah, it wasn't as bad as not running Lynch, like against.
Yeah.
Well, this is
We're back into the same.
This is the rematch game, right?
Terrible.
Yeah, is that the worst call in the history of sports?
Of course.
No, but can anybody in the next 30 seconds think of the worst?
Hold on. Before Rick speaks, as his hand is up off screen, are we talking like just football? Or are we talking
what is
sports?
Just like everything?
Because like there could have been a into where a guy tried to steal home with 2 outs in the World Series or something stupid. Are you talking just football?
What is the most shocking, stupid thing you guys have ever seen in sports?
I mean, okay, well, I'll go first. No, sorry, Rick.
No, please do.
But I've seen college football games where there's 30 seconds left, and it's 3rd down. They run the ball and fumble.
Yeah, I saw that Miami did that.
Exactly,
well, that's that Cristobal. He was their coach when that happened.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is insane, man. Okay, like that to me is dumber because like the game is completely over. They tried something sexy and it didn't work and it was moronic, but you're still trying to score. This is like you just have to take a knee and you won the game. These guys are running like it's like okay, like have you ever do you even know what football is? Like that's a 0.00 out of 1,000 play.
You know what like secretly made that the stupidest play call in the history of sports is there was like 50 seconds off. So even if you don't score, let's say Lynch gets stuffed while the clock keeps running. Because if you score Brady's gonna have 50 seconds.
I know they had a timeout. The reason it's so dumb is because they had a timeout. That's why it's so dumb. Because they could have tried it, and then on whatever 3rd or 4th down, it would have been they could have tried to throw it in or whatever. But yeah, I agree. Maybe situationally, because the Miami game was just a college game. Both teams are 6-6. No one gives a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
This is like for a legacy in a Super Bowl, so maybe based on weight. But I've seen, teams run the ball, fumble, and like just ruin the entire game.
Everybody was talking about how Patrick Staffen missed that open net. But
the Oilers lost that game. So
but you know what? But like I know like Ray Ferraro called him a retard and shit or whatever he said. But like the thing is like the puck
the puck jumped.
He didn't do anything wrong. He just put it to his back and just shoved it. It just mysteriously.
He was doing the humble goal thing.
I thought he was gonna.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who was that commentator?
I don't know, man. I've never heard that guy in any other game. He just called one game.
It might have been Kevin Quinn.
Yeah.
Might have been Kevin Quinn back then.
No, it wasn't.
He's like, he's gonna ice the game. He's like, oh, at least I thought he was gonna.
Yeah.
Now here come the Oilers.
It. Yeah.
Jared Stoll.
Yeah.
Hamsky, he scored.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Quinn because he was like overtime winner guy, right? That's Quinn.
Oh no, it wasn't Quinn then.
No.
Oh, overtime winner.
Overtime winner.
Yeah, that
guy wasn't him.
No, I like.
But anyways, Rick.
Hey, Rick, sorry because you've been.
No, I was waiting for someone to say that.
Fidgeting over there.
The worst coaching decision ever.
Okay,
I'll take you back to 1998. We're going to Japan. We're going to Nagano, Japan. You're going to a shootout. You're facing the greatest goaltender in the world, and you leave the greatest hockey player ever born on the bench. You don't use Wayne Gretzky to shoot in that shootout. Are you kidding me? It's the first time Canada's been in the Olympics for 50 some odd years in hockey, and you leave the greatest hockey player ever on the bench in a shootout? Are you stupid?
And
That
are
was the
you
worst.
talking about Wayne Glinski?
That's exactly what it was. And it's funny because I was watching something the other day, and I don't remember what it was, but they brought that up, and I can't remember what the player was, but he's like, yeah, I could not believe he did not use Wayne.
You know what's
It was Mark Crawford, yes.
You know what's crazy about that is I was so young. All I remember is crying and punching holes in my wall with my dad. I don't actually remember.
Yeah, because my dad broke like all our pool cues. Like we were at Ilka's bar with Henrik's dad, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like smashing like tables
we were in
like,
Morinville, this pizza palace, like that our like buddies, like our hockey team was all watching the game together, and all the dads like smashed everything in the fucking place. and you know what? So I've never seen it because I don't remember it. All I remember is being enraged.
Yes.
And we were all laying on the train tracks after the game. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, those train tracks.
Well, it's the only thing to do in Morinville is put coins on a train track, right? Anyways, so
it's an old school thing. I dig it. We've done that.
Anyways, I watched a shootout. I'm not kidding you. The guy, like, it's funny watching shootouts from like the 90s. Or like there was, remember the All-Star game? They had one. Those guys fly in so fast they don't even fucking know where they're shooting it. It's
that's
so
when
fast.
That's when Owen Nolan pointed where he's going to shoot,
spot,
and he shot on
Dominator.
But that was in a game. That was in
the
shootout.
game. Wasn't it a shootout?
Okay, so
where they're doing penalty shots or whatever. It was part of
no. It was in a game.
Was it during the game,
Yeah,
like a
it
breakaway?
But it was so loose, right?
Yeah,
like
100%.
walked in on him.
Yes,
but I'm watching like Lindros shot, Nieuwendyk, I think. These guys were going so fucking fast. It's like
They just blaze in and rip it.
They blaze in and rip it. They don't know where it's going. It was the worst fucking thing I've ever watched.
And then you watch like Patrick Kane.
Yeah,
like,
and
fucking
Seagrass, they're weaving and weaving. The goalie has no fucking clue.
Shanahan was the last shot.
Yeah, it was the worst shootout I've ever fucking seen. If these guys trip, their career's over. That's how fucking fast these guys are going. It's awful to watch. Anyways, I watched it for the first time in my entire life. It's funny you brought that up, Rick, 2 days ago. It's the worst shootout I've ever seen.
Like they keep looking at Wayne on the bench.
Yeah.
It's the only time he's ever had his like head hanging low like that. I was like, I still to this day I can't. Doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, what's the worst play in sports history? Now we have the worst coaching decision. Is it both?
Worst play?
Yeah, I got one.
Well, it depends how niche you want to go. Are we talking stipulations? Because this is for, this is the Olympics. This is the Super Bowl. Are we talking useless? Like, can we talk like youth sports? Like, how deep can you go?
No, you can't go youth sports because
there's some bad ones.
Man. Yeah, but they're youth. Like, it's fine.
No, I'm not saying anything bad.
I have one of the Patriots. They were playing
Rick, you go first round.
Yeah.
I think, and then I'll
the Patriots were playing the Raiders. It was near the end of the game.
Okay,
and
you're talking about
they started lateraling it, and I think Jacoby threw it back to the quarterback, which got intercepted, and he's by a big fella, and he barely pushed off the quarterback. And I don't remember who it was, but he just tossed him to the side, and then just jotted down to the end zone.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
And the game was tied.
Yes, it was.
So the reason
so bad, but I love it.
Okay, I've seen a play. It was probably 2002. It was Jags Giants. Game on the line. I think it's the worst play I've ever seen. Game on the line. Now I'm not going to know logistics and who was who. Let's say it was 17-13. Giants are on the 5-yard line. They throw an interception with 0 seconds left. To the Jags. Another player in the Jags hits a Jags player and strips him, and the Giants jump on the ball and score. I don't even know what the fuck happened. Like, it was the most idiotic play. Go look it up. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen because the game's over. But why this guy comes across like Goldberg and spears this guy. And strips the ball, and the Giants fall and score.
Yeah, he was trying to tackle him to go down and hit him way too hard to fucking strip him. Dude, I mean, if this happened in this generation, it would have been
the Twitter would blow.
It would have been.
This is wrestling. This officially, this was the play that proved
this shit. It would have been the most viral play ever, man. Honestly,
that's my dumbest. What's yours?
I can't even think of anything right now.
Think of a bet you've lost where you've been so enraged you smashed everything because you're like known to do that.
Nothing's really coming to me honestly right now. Like you guys had quick answers, man. Like I'm kind of like was the host on that one, asking you guys. I didn't even. How
about J.R. Smith or was it J.R. Smith?
Oh,
in
when
the
he took
NBA
the timeout.
Yep. No. He had the ball on the basket
didn't
and
take
he just let it bleed out.
I remember that one.
And LeBron's like.
Supposedly LeBron got injured after that. He
punched,
smashed a bunch of shit in their
so
fucking.
Because you can go back to the Fab Five with Michigan, then the extra timeout.
Well, yeah, but Chris, that's just like pressure.
Yeah,
that
was just a mistake.
Like this guy, like I don't know what you're doing, bro. Like there's like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I remember that play.
The game's tied.
Yeah,
like.
He just like he literally fell asleep.
I don't know if it was J.R. Smith. I can't remember. I don't think it was him. I think it was somebody else.
No, I think it was
J.R. Smith.
Yeah, the reason I asked you guys about the Lynch plays, I see we're having the rematch, but that to me it's just the worst play call. Like it's just nothing can ever compare to it. I remember like staying up till 4 a.m. I was so angry, talking about it for hours, man. I just couldn't believe it. I don't even think I lost any money. I don't even think I had a bet on the game. I just like that was to go back-to-back Super Bowls, man. Yeah. I mean, they lost so much on that play.
I think I lost like 10 grand on that play.
Yeah.
I
mean that I love the Glenski shout out because it's
like that one, yeah.
But I'm still like not now when I think of it, I'm like starting to like get like hot under my collar and shit. I'm serious.
Yeah,
like,
and I love when they try and explain it like the old coordinator. No fucking.
There's just no point, bro. Even if you got stuffed, it's the right play call because you got to let the clock bleed. You want Brady to a minute left?
No,
fucking retarded.
And
like
Vinatieri,
exactly,
it's like
man. It's just.
It probably wasn't you, or who was their kicker? Who's the other guy that was really good? Goskowski?
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Like,
dude,
if you get in range, you're fucked.
Well, that's football, gentlemen. We have a hockey game tonight, and I think with football kind of dying, we need to kind of grab the NHL and then find some winners for everybody here. So we have Oilers and Sharks tonight. I feel like someone over there has a parlay for us.
Yeah, we do. So we've been to, like, every year we go to one Oiler game. Somehow, some way, somebody gives us tickets, right? And dating back to the last game we went to at Rexall, Horkoff scored with a minute left.
Yeah, that was against Florida, and they had that. They had a really bad defense. I remember that was the first starter. It was Weber, not Shea. I think his name was like Mike Weber, and they had Petrovic. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember he came to the Oilers.
From Edmonton.
Dude? Yeah. Their team is horrific. It was 2-1 because it was the dark days for the Oilers. That was the start. Then Nashville. We could go through it all.
We have an 8-game overtime shootout streak when we go to Oiler games. It always goes to overtime. The last one was Mo Sider versus the Oilers. I remember because he shot McDavid down. We were really fucking angry. We thought he was a superstar. So that was the last one. So last game, every time we go to the Oiler game, it goes to overtime. So we have a parlay type. We have Klingberg over 1.5 shots, which is crazy. Like, okay, so I was looking at this. He's had 4 shots on that. 4 or more shots on net in his last 2 games. Mm-hmm. He's on the first line first line power play, playing his former team. It's like, I mean, that might be the pick of the night. Just in general,
if you want to unload on something, take that.
I mean, it's only minus 135. Then we took a McDavid assist, which Jared hates for some fucking reason. And then we took overtime. It's plus 1,200. If you guys want to follow along, $100 pays 1,300. Get in on this. The game has to end in overtime, though. It can't just go to overtime. So
I think a Celebrini will probably get it.
Well, I'm excited to watch him. For some reason, this was like about a couple weeks. I was watching King Sharks, those late games on Sportsnet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was one of actually the picks we've had on the EPH. It was over 5.5. And Celebrini scored with a minute left to make it 3-3, so it went over. But I watched the entire game, and this guy, I'm serious, man. He's like close to McKinnon and McDavid in my books. He is fucking ridiculous, man.
Celebrini.
Yeah, like he.
When CC played, it was Chechi. That's what you called him. Yeah. That's what I called him. Yeah, Cody Chechi. Yeah. It's like when those, when girls
can hold on.
Okay, I am going to save my thought. You go first.
Chechi is seriously like, if we were picking like your favorite, like shitty in quotation, because I think he's amazing, but like at the public thinks he sucks, he's my favorite Oiler of all time, Chechi. Yeah, I absolutely love him, man. I absolutely love it. In fact, I will acquire his jersey when they put the appropriate price of $80 is whatever the fuck his jersey is.
You might be able to find it for $80 right now if you look hard enough.
If you can, I'm serious, man. Chat okay. I have to tell this quick story. I was at what was that bar that Tyrone bought? Rally. It's called something else now.
It's a Daisy
Rally?
McBean's or whatever. It's like
it's Daisy's now. Yeah.
Daisy so I was at
billiard club.
Billiards, but for 1 year it was called Rally, okay? Now known as Daisy's. Okay? Yeah. So it was game 7. It was Kings Oilers the first year that we played the Kings. And it was game 7. It was 0-0 after the first period. And I was like fucking wasted. And but I'm still analyzing way better than everybody else analyzes the game, right? And I'm looking at the game, and all I'm noticing is McDavid is probing into the zones, and all they can do is get it back to the point. It's so clogged up, right? And I'm thinking, well, the first goal scorer has got to be a guy on D. So
how come you didn't invest in Daryl's snapshot?
Because Daryl fucking sucks. Okay. So. Well, actually, I fucking hate Daryl. Yeah.
Just for the crowd, Daryl is Darnell Nurse, but because my Baba doesn't know these new age names, she just calls him Daryl.
Oh, Daryl is known as Daryl in the Oilers Nation sphere.
Oh,
1,000,000,000,000%.
Oh, okay, because we called him Daryl.
I assume that's where you guys got it from. The fact you guys have it on your own account. We
started calling him Daryl in 2016, so I don't know
whenever you got drafted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right when we heard he was born.
Because my Baba doesn't know black names like Darnell, so she just called him a white guy's name Daryl, right? That was basically the story.
Certain era.
Anyways, so I'm scanning the menu and I see Chachi for plus 3,300. So I just unload $100 on first goal scorer. He fucking scores. I literally lost it. $3,300. I was showing the entire bar the bet. Now he's going nuts. I had to buy drinks for everybody. It's one of the greatest nights of my life. Anyways, that's the story on Chachi. That's why I love him. So, yeah. Anyways, I said Abrini. So, when you grandma would call him.
Yeah. So, I just noticed that there's a lot of specific white women that say when you say Hawaii, but they're no, it's Hawaii. You know what I mean? It's hey, buddy,
they think they're cultured.
You're your background is Scottish, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
I see Katie said this.
I'm not gonna say who publicly, but it's Hawaii. Okay, it's not Hawaii. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Anyways,
is that when that's when girls order Mexican food? Mexico,
yes.
They fucking say with an accent, it's bro, yes. Come on, just order the fucking thing.
100%. Okay, Wanye needs to chime in.
I've got one of these right now that's driving me nuts. Sensodyne toothpaste. You know this stuff?
Yeah.
In the new ad, they've got this black dentist guy, and he says sensivity instead of sensitivity.
What?
So he's if you have sensitivity teeth, I'm what the fuck is this guy talking about? But I'm but it's Sensodyne. They must know. They're trying to change the word from sensitivity to sensivity. And I'm this doesn't work for me.
What is this? But is that a Kleenex thing? They're trying to change a tissue to it's just Kleenex now. Has anybody been hey, can I get a tissue? It's no, pass the fucking Kleenex.
That's that's hot tubs and jacuzzis. But I think it's how they pronounce it, aluminium.
Whoa, that's British, right?
Whoa.
That's
Controversy.
British. That's
controversy.
British. Yeah. But that's British.
Yeah.
Aluminium, yeah. But yeah, you're right. When people go to restaurants and they try and put the little accent on. No, you're
yeah,
Margarita.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next topic, my guy?
We're moving on to golf, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of your guys' hidden talents.
So are you investing in Cupcake making the cut?
I wanted to, but this is the thing about me. I'm such a fucking degenerate. I need him to be cut this week. So when I pound him at the Phoenix Open where he's won next week, yes. I get a lower price. Yeah, I'm just that kind of psychopath. I wanted to back Cupcake, AK Brooks Koepka. This guy announced his name Brooks Cupcake. So that's what we call him now.
Some boomer. He's now on the tee, Brooks Cupcake.
So now we just call him Cupcake now. Anyways, so he's back from the live. We're always excited.
And then Fatrick is coming back, our other buddy.
All of our favorite guys are coming back. So Fatrick is Patrick Reed. We are gonna have to actually say their names.
Everybody hates Patrick Reed.
Everybody hates him, so I love him. The contrarian way we operate here. But yeah, Brooks is back this week. It's always exciting. Me and Jer were talking. I'm backing Tony Finau this week for a top 30. He's the worst player on the tour currently.
Terrible.
But this is his best course. So I was talking with Jared with this. I think if because Finau is like a top 10 player for the last. Well, he's
a top 20 player in the PGA Tour for the last like 3-4 years.
Yeah, and he's completely fallen off as golf goes, right? So, that's my pick as a Finau top 30. He's finished top 10 here 6 of the last 9 years. This is by far, if you do the horse for the course picks, he's the number one guy according to our personal model. So. But he's very cheap this week on DraftKings.
$7,000 on DraftKings, yeah.
And on Cool Bet, I think to make the cut, he was like minus 130. You get like the Cool Bet's cuts made picks. They have by far the best value.
Yeah, so if you want to go bet cut picks, bet it on Cool Bet 100%.
Yeah, always bet your cut picks on Cool Bet. They have by far the best odds. So
also look out in the future for our sometimes we're gonna add a guy that is off the board on Cool Bet. So look out for the podcast pick of the week.
And we'll have our Saturday Cool Bet parlay. Yes. We usually have a football one that's like a ridiculous odds and never wins. So you guys,
unfortunately, Finau's not on Cool Bet for make the cut.
Yeah, he'll be added for us. So, wait, it's
the tournament started. Yeah,
it's too Thursday. Late. I always forget that. Can we like going for do Thursday or Wednesday?
We can probably look into something like that.
Okay, my guy.
Yeah, because we'll add that in.
I'll say this though. I kind of wanted to touch on a betting strategy we really like for golf because in the Sony Open, the first tournament of the year, it was really windy the first 3 days, and then the wind fucked off, right? And the books usually don't adjust.
Where are you going? Weather Network?
There's a million places you can check. I like AccuWeather because it shows like which direction the wind's blowing. You try and piece it all together. But as if anybody's ever golfed, the wind fucks your score up no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're a professional or
it doesn't matter if there's wind or not. It always affects my swing.
Yeah, pretty much. But this was very windy. It's a coastal course. And when the wind dies, these courses get obliterated. You're talking like -9, -10 scores, right? So we'll talk about that in the course too, but we wanted to touch on that. Maybe look in the weekend. I don't know if the weather's going to be shit in the first 2 days, but if it ever adjusts, take the birdies, man. Take the scores, make a little parlay. I usually do it on underdog, or whatever you want to do it.
Yeah.
But we'll touch more on the betting strategy, but I kind of like Sami Välimäki. I think he's a good course fit this week. He's a fat guy from Finland, so he's easy to cheer.
Yeah, you got to hit long irons. Well, here he's one of the best. That's why Finau's been amazing here. Anything 200 and up, he's always been top 10 in the world.
Yeah,
that's why Zalatoris is amazing here.
Yeah, Zalatoris the lowest score. It's a 2 course. It's a south and north course.
Well, we play one round in the north, which is better than last week. 3 courses. Jeez.
Yeah,
but anyways, next week we'll have a full Phoenix Open show. It's the best fucking tournament of the year other than the Masters.
I can't believe it's already the Phoenix Open, man. That's scary.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
What's right around Super Bowl time?
I know. Me and you.
You know what? I know.
We're gonna be 55 before.
Well, you know what, Rick? So I'm weird. Obviously, like I have all these weird days in my life that I just like absolutely masturbate to, and it's next Sunday is my day, man. It is it's the Phoenix Open final round, and then it's the Super Bowl. It's the fucking greatest.
Yeah, it's pretty much this. Could be the best day of the year.
Honestly, man, it is actually.
Winter's coming to a close, kind of.
It is.
Football's gone, but it's it's exciting.
Super
Bowl. It's a fucking good day.
Honestly, man, we have big parties at our house. I'm watching the Phoenix Open, tripping balls. Hopefully, my DraftKings team and all my bets, and then I just move right into the Super Bowl. It's just I'm eating. I don't know. I have 20 Krispy Kreme donuts at my disposal. I
thought you were on a diet.
Give a fuck, man. Like, I'm serious, man. It is the greatest day of the year. I can't wait. So I'll have a full Phoenix Open show. This tournament, I hate dual course tournaments.
Too, man.
Harder to handicap, but yeah, we have a couple picks. We like Finau and Välimäki this week. So, but yeah, Phoenix. We'll have a full fucking show for that, pretty much. So, just breaking down every guy we like. So, anything in that greasy friggin' Mal bag?
Yeah, week? I've got 2 here. Well, one's gonna be from me because I think I've found something that I don't know how we don't make a lot of money off this one, but
so excited.
Let's start it off with, and you guys kind of answered it already, but with football going away, where do you guys turn in terms of gambling? How are we going to make some money in the springtime here?
I think probably the next best thing is going to be college basketball. Like you'll see some picks on EPH. So if you want to get in the group, maybe have a link to it on the YouTube video or something like that, or on Instagram. Maybe you can put some links up there. I would say college basketball is pretty beatable. We'll have some hockey plays.
You know what? Honestly, Rick, I was talking to my buddy, and because we kind of have a little joint account going right now, because I'm obviously banned, and I say, he's like, man, where are we gonna find these winners? And I was like, well, fuck, Olympic hockey's right around the corner.
There's
That's
always,
awesome.
I think the theme of the show going forward without football is going to be like, where can we find a winner?
Yeah. And it's going to be, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be golf, it's going to be college basketball, it's going to be and the NHL and Olympic hockey and some NBA playoffs too, man. It's going to be loaded till about June, and then we'll talk some baseball. But yeah, I can't wait for Olympic hockey, March Madness. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
I think going forward too, like, you're gonna receive the majority of our actual plays in EPH because, of course, this show is taped. It's not live, right? So it's currently Thursday morning, right? You know, where we can't give you, we can give you a play in tonight's game, but going forward, look in EPH for our actual plays. That's where you'll find the majority of them. So, but we are, when we were working professionally in the syndicate for whatever it was 8 years, like our entire job was to find the absolute weakest line possible and pick a winner. That's it. We didn't bet in volume. We didn't pretend that we were better in Vegas, because nobody is. Just find a weak line. Just like when we bet on Kroger, Wanye was banned. They called him Mr. Defrost. Like, they knighted him. The pick was so good. It's because, we found a weak ass fucking line, man.
And we'll continue to do that with all of our professors. So.
Exactly. Like, we're unstoppable.
Look, none of us have touched a woman in over 10 years. All of us.
Sadly true, yeah.
None of us have touched one woman, and we're all up 196 units this year. So what else do you fucking want?
And 40 pounds overweight.
Yeah, exactly. No, but we're this is a crazy thing about EPH and the betting academy is we're in the lab all day long. Well, you guys are getting laid and getting drunk. We're working for you, and you guys aren't going to pay us for winners. Are you fucking retarded? Get into the group. It was 21-5 live this fucking last
that's
2
not
months.
even a lie. It's true.
We're the best in the world, and we sacrifice sex and pleasure just for you guys. You guys can
you still eat donuts. That's pleasure.
Gives a fuck. Get into the group. $500 a month, American. That's an absolute discount. Get in now.
All right. So before we end this show here, I was searching something the other day, and I don't know how this doesn't, the chances of this happening have to be hot. So in the NHL, the Norris Trophy usually goes to the defenseman with the most points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, as of right now, Cale Makar is minus 260. He's at 56 points. Werenski's at 57 points at plus 220. Also at 56 points, tied with Cale, is someone named Evan Bouchard.
Evan Bouchard.
Okay, now
whoa.
if I
Evan
Bouchard tied for points.
Tied for the lead.
Well, he's 1 point back. One point back.
Really? Okay,
yes.
So I've been not as sharp on my Oilers, but I was under the impression this guy's horrific.
Yeah,
hockey.
stop listening to everybody else. Go to the Oilers Nation. They'll tell you everything you need to know. Now, tell me this: the odds for him to win the Norris, because we've pretty much said highest points get it.
Yeah.
Plus 3,300.
Are you fucking?
I would not lie to you.
Let me get my phone out.
Plus 3,300 for Evan Bouchard to win the Norris.
Are you fucking?
If Evan Bouchard ends up 5 or 6 points ahead of the next defenseman, how do you not give it to him?
Okay, I'll just say this.
How do I not put down?
No, but Rick, I'm currently logged into CoolBet right now to pound this.
Okay, Rick, I'll just say this. This is a situation. It's an Audie Crook situation. Randy found something stupid. She's like a bowling ball. You can't move her. She ended up winning the Heisman or whatever the fuck in the trophy is for women's basketball. Okay? So the point. This is what I'll say, Rick. After the audience quits laughing. Okay. This is what I'll say, Rick. Is it's smart in the sense that maybe he won't win. But if he continues on his torrid pace, Maybe he's angry he didn't make Team Canada. I don't know. The cash out's going to get better and better and better. So I would make an investment, maybe a G, pays 33 grand, because you will probably get him eventually when it kind of narrows down a bit. Maybe you might get him at plus 400. That's going to pay you like literally like 5
Rick,
Gs.
I'm putting like copious amounts on this already. So you've cracked the code.
You've cracked the code, which we appreciate. This is
hold on.
No, because don't interrupt.
No, because Wanye is just going nuts in the corner.
Okay, you can. This is what you need to do when these things happen. We should have got everybody together, the nation, like we said we should have, and we should have all pounded Pittsburgh. I think this is another moment where everybody should make $1,000 investment. It'll pay around 700-800 grand because we will get a really good cash out, man. He's going to be well rested after the Olympics. Obviously, Speedy Spicaire is going to be there. Who's my favorite player in the NHL, sadly.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy? Werenski. Okay, so he'll be there too. So Bouchard will be nice and well rested, right? He'll be at Cook County probably a little bit, but he'll be well rested. And you know what? We'll get a great cash out. So let's make an announcement. There's already a bulletin board in the office here, right? You guys use a bulletin board? Yeah, perfect. Okay,
we're professional here.
Okay, I love the idea. Rick, and now Wanye off screen is also twitching, so maybe we should give him the mic for
just
10
for 20
seconds.
Yeah.
It's fair. I understand where he's going to come from.
I just don't see it happening.
Why?
I don't, because Evan Bouchard's cross-eyed.
I know he is.
And cross-eyed people don't win Norrises.
Yeah, but he sees 2 nets. So.
Yeah, but he sees 8 pucks.
What if he wins the scoring race by a couple? What if he wins the scoring race by 7 or 8? Nope. You can't not give it to him.
Nope.
And what if he makes Team Canada? Like, I think.
Okay, hold on, Wanye. Do you not like Bouchard? Nope. Oh, you don't. Okay, see, this is.
They don't like the best defenseman in the fucking league.
Okay, hold on. Before we all start. This is what I love about our show. We just, like, off camera, this show's about 30 times better than it is on camera. So this is going to be some off camera shit here. Before everybody gets into this, I love Bouchard 10 times more than the average Oiler fan. So I want to hear what Rick has to say.
I'm 100% on board with this, man. Look, he's an offensive defenseman. Yeah, he has a couple of warts, but guess what? So does Cale Makar. If you go back and watch, there's highlights out there of Cale Makar throwing up a pizza for a goal the other way. He makes the exact same mistakes. We just don't see it because all we do is focus on the Oilers. And then TSN doesn't show anything else because they don't want to. All they want to do is go against Edmonton. Why do they want to go against Edmonton? Because we have Connor McDavid and they fucking hate it, and they've hated it ever since, and they hate the fact he's going to stay here the whole damn time.
I love it, Rick. I love you, Rick. Okay, Wanye.
When my 5-year-old son, Wanye Jr., crosses his eyes, I go, if you do that, they're going to stay like Evan Bouchard's eyes, and he stopped crossing his eyes.
Okay, hold on a second. I get it. He's cross-eyed. Can you give an actual, like, take on why you don't like him?
He's a very good defenseman, obviously.
Yeah.
It's extraordinarily frustrating to watch him just turn off his controller in the middle of games and make the most horrific, like, no back check, pizza, some fucking bullshit. And it's like it hasn't dawned on him what he's done. He just skates the bench with his crossed fucking eyes.
But that's one of the things that even I think Ekholm came out and said, you know what? Whether he makes the greatest play in the world or the worst, when he's on the bench, you don't know.
Wanye response?
There's no response to that because it's a riddle. How the fuck do you respond to a riddle? You have to think of like 9
Okay, I love Bouchard way, way, way more than the average Oiler fan. Skinner and Nurse are the 2 guys I hate the most by far. So, but because
Skinner's playing
I know,
incredible
but
in Pittsburgh.
He's cost me 3 cups. So you think I'm going to forgive that? I'm not going to forgive Josh. Well, yeah. No, 3 cups.
3 cups against
the year
nemesis.
Aiden Hill.
Vegas.
That's the best team we ever
cup.
had. We would have fucking destroyed fucking Florida that year.
Yeah,
we would have, but there was nothing on him. It's the fact that Hyman, Nuge, and Kane, who had great regular seasons, did a whole lot of fuck all in the playoffs.
Well,
but
Wanye's
at the same
nemesis is the reason we lost.
Hold on, I know Brossoit getting hurt is why we lost that cup. But I'm just gonna say. Okay, yeah, I agree, Rick, with what you're saying. They all sucked, but at the end of the day, the shots were 40-15 every fucking. We still fucking lost, and that's on Skinner.
Well, Marshing Schalt, as some Americans would call him, like he completely
mouth fucked us. But Look, I've noticed with Oiler fans. Every Oiler fan hates one of three guys: Bouchard, Nurse, or Skinner. There's no in between.
0 of them.
You hate none of them.
None of them.
Ever.
I was a big Stu fan. I honestly thought the team in front of him
like
wasn't playing very hot.
This guy doesn't count.
I still think people tear Nurse apart, but no one ever gives him credit for the fact that he was playing for underpaid during his bridge contracts, and that is not even on him. The fact that people sit there and tear down Nurse because of his contract are the same ones who did it to Horkoff a trillion years ago, and we've come out and said that was absolutely stupid. Horkoff didn't give him that fucking $7 million contract.
I like Nurse, and here's why. One time I saw him at Route 99 diner. Dear listener, if you're in the United States, that's here in Canada. And he was about to sign his bridge deal. And all the pressure was on him. Like, is he going to sign? Is he not going to sign? And I was there having a hangover breakfast. He was there with his now wife. We're sitting across from each other. Like, this guy's cold as ice. Eating his eggs, doesn't give a shit. When we got up, very rarely will I talk to an Oiler, but I said, you're going to sign and you're going to be great. And he looked at me. He's like, I am going to be great. That's literally what he told me. I am going to be great. And I was like, Darnell Nurse is no joke. Here's why I like Darnell Nurse. He answers the bell every single time on the ice. He's the only Oiler that stands up for Oilers. He's the only Oiler that tries to set the tone. Maybe Evander Kane when he was here.
Pods.
Bouchard?
That's not his game.
Fucking break.
But how is he going to fight when he sees two guys in front of him? He's not going to be able to fight.
You guys remember in Stortini used to just like wrestle guys? I don't think he ever split.
Huggy Bear.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you guys
call I don't
him?
hate Daryl because he sucks.
He's really good. That dude skates so
hold
well.
on. Hold on.
Okay.
This is what I'll give. Like, you guys love Daryl, which is great. The reason I don't blame his contract is he was our best player
against Winnipeg. Yeah.
Against Winnipeg, he's Bear McDavid in the bubble.
Yeah.
So what else are you gonna do?
And he was what, like 23 or whatever.
He's 6'4", skates like the wind. What else are you gonna do except give him a big deal? So I'll say this for all the people that say his contract was dumb. If you rewind back to that very time, he was the best player on the ice, even though Winnipeg whooped our ass.
Rick is applauding off camera.
Thank you.
He was our best player. So you had look, I get it. In now hindsight, he's obviously not worth what he was given. But at that time, he was fucking amazing. He just hasn't gotten any better since that. That's the problem.
He always got strapped with a anchor to play with him as well. So even as a youth, when he should have had a veteran who was able to kind of show him the way and be better than him, because that's what you do with amazing talent like that.
Yeah,
they always gave him an anchor. And how are you supposed to play a game? How are you supposed to learn how to play when you have an anchor on the other side?
Yeah, and like I say, like I just want to reiterate, Skinner, I hate 100 out of 100. Daryl, he's just my second least favorite Oiler, but like he's black, so that makes me like him more. Because I love how the Oilers have the most black players by a fucking mile in the NHL.
I always
you guys ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
We did. It was the back. I have to say 04-ish. Because there's like Sean Brown, there was Joaquin Gage, there was LaRocque, there was Greer,
Brathwaite.
Yeah, Fred and Sean Bell. Like we've always,
we've always had tons of Anson Carter. We've always had tons of black guys, man. It's funny.
He was one of the only guys probably in the 80s. Like
100%.
Yeah, so we've always had the blank guys.
I know. So no, I don't. It's not they hate Daryl's just not worth the money, and I think. I kind of broke it down, like there's no other way to not pay him, man. He was fucking incredible that year and that series. And it's not like he's 5'11", looks like Adam Fox. I think Adam Fox the worst player in the NHL.
Interesting.
Like Nurse is everything you'd ever want in defense and fights, big, skates like the wind, hits, black. He's everything you'd ever want, right? So
hell yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, guys.
Yeah, see you guys.
So next week we'll come with a little more Super Bowl talk, some props.
Yeah. Oh yeah, next show you guys have to watch Phoenix open the Super Bowl. It's me the greatest show of all time. So get in on that.